Coming up on Mountain News this morning, in-person early voting is almost underway in the Commonwealth as sites prepare to open. And one city tackles the issue of panhandling with hopes of making the situation safer for folks in the area.
Dedicated to Eastern and Southern Kentucky, this is WYMT Mountain News this morning.
Good morning. My name is Amelia Lee. We are just about at 5 o'clock this morning on this beautiful Wednesday morning. It is October 30th. It's also time to check in with meteorologist Drake Foley for a look at your forecast. And Drake, you kind of made me sad this morning with some of the news that you brought to me while we got ready for the newscast today.
Yeah, unfortunately, the above average temperatures are going to continue, and we probably are going to see low 80s today. Especially we're going to see those high 70s. Right now, not too bad, though, sitting at 54 degrees, although from our WYMT studio cam, you can't see much because it's very foggy outside. Your morning commute, probably going to have a lot of fog this morning. On Sunday, our clocks are going to go back 1 hour, so get ready for that extra amount of sleep you're going to get. And then we keep talking about those above average temperatures. Well, they're going to continue for the next little bit. We're going to see mid 70s all the way into next week. We get a little bit of a break this weekend, though. Amelia?
All right, Drake, thank you. Election Day, it's less than a week away, but early in-person voting in Kentucky starts tomorrow. That is October 31st. Mail-in absentee ballots must be received by 6 o'clock on Election Day, November 5th, to be counted. If you are registered to vote, you can find election guides, polling locations, and sample ballots at govote.ky.gov. The early voting period for West Virginia runs through Saturday. If you are in Mingo County, you can go to the courthouse between 9 to 5 each day until Saturday. If you are in Logan County, you can head on over to the Commission Building from 8:30 to 4:30 now until Friday, and 9 o'clock to 5 o'clock on Saturday. And as we head over to Wayne County, you can cast your vote at the courthouse from 8 until 4 today and Friday, and then 8 until 6 on Thursday, and 9 until 5 on Saturday. Now let's take a look at some of the local races that we'll be keeping an eye on as the election starts up. In the race for 84th District State Representative, incumbent Republican Chris Fugate will square off against Democrat Zach Hall. That district includes Breathitt, Owsley, and Perry counties. And in the 95th District, Republican Brandon Spencer will take on incumbent Ashley Tackett Lafferty. That district consists of Pike and Floyd counties. The Kentucky Senate Democratic Caucus has announced it is endorsing Justin Noble for the 29th District seat write-in campaign. In a statement from the Kentucky Senate Democratic Caucus Campaign Committee, it says leaders recognize Noble's dedication to the well-being of Eastern Kentucky families and a vision for a stronger, safer community. Noble also received endorsements from Governor Andy Beshear, Lieutenant Governor Jacqueline Coleman, and Senior Advisor Rocky Adkins. Meanwhile, Pineville Mayor Scott Madden was endorsed yesterday by the family of the late state Senator Johnny Turner. In a statement, the family said Madden would champion the conservative Republican values Johnny held dear. Turner's death last week led to this historic campaign. 11 people filed to run as write-in candidates. A southern Kentucky city is preparing to vote on an ordinance dealing with panhandling problems. Somerset's mayor says they cannot stop people from panhandling, but he says that he's proposing to make the situation safer for all involved. The city council will likely vote next month on a plan they say will address people walking into busy roadways and causing traffic and safety issues. If passed, this ordinance would make crossing arterial roadways, that's those carrying the most traffic in the cities, other than in a crosswalk, punishable by a fine. It would also prohibit pedestrians from approaching cars and staying in a median if they have 2 consecutive chances to cross.
Since 2023, we've had almost 200 pedestrian-related calls, 32 of those being accidents with a motor vehicle. So panhandling is just kind of another factor. People being too close to the roadway or on busy roadways, and it's just creating a safety concern.
The ordinance is actually modeled after one in Lexington. It could be voted on during the November 11th meeting. State officials have chosen companies to cultivate and produce medical cannabis through a lottery. Kentucky NORML believes the rollout is going well. Executive Director Matthew Bratcher says there are no current concerns for patients. Out-of-state companies are applying for licenses, bringing valuable experience. However, Bratcher is worried about the influence of big businesses in the industry.
I think the biggest real concern is, trying these companies pressuring to purchase other licenses that they may not have. I think there's something in place to kind of like keep that from happening, from, a monopoly being formed.
Bratcher believes it will take time to get medical cannabis dispensaries up and running. He thinks we'll likely see sales begin closer to March rather than the projected start date of January 1st. Officials with Community Action Kentucky Partnership are urging folks to go ahead and prepare as applications for the LIHEAP fall subsidy open in less than a week on November 5th. The program gives folks at 150% below the poverty line assistance with their electricity bill. Albert Smith with LKLP says more than 4,000 people within the 4 counties they serve sign up every year. He encourages anyone that believes they might be eligible to apply.
If you come in and you're eligible, you have nothing to lose on. You just have something to gain as long as you're eligible for it, because if you are eligible for it, you bring all the documentation, you're going to get some type of help. So we do encourage people to come in because it is it's a wonderful, wonderful program that we offer.
Smith says people will need a Social Security card, proof of income, and a current heating bill or a statement from a landlord. He says to reach out to your local community action office to sign up. Trick-or-treating came early for students in Magoffin County as the Halloween events kicked off in Salyersville. The city park was full of tables, tricks, and treats as Magoffin County schools partnered with the city to bring students out for an afternoon of costumes and candy. County Judge Executive Matthew Wireman says the event offers an opportunity for every elementary student in the county to be a part of all the Halloween fun.
It's probably one of our most attended day events that we have every year, and we're just so happy that we can do this, and the weather's absolutely great, and it's been a great thing every year, and it seems to grow and grow and grow.
I just love his cat in the hat outfit, absolutely adorable. Well, here's some other trick-or-treat dates that are happening in our viewing area. If you are in Hazard, Perry County, Pike County, Pikeville, and Martin County, then you're in luck because trick-or-treating will be from 6 until 8 on Halloween, so get excited. Thank you so much for joining us and getting your day started here on Mountain News this morning. When we return, select newspapers are facing backlash this election year for refusing to endorse candidates.
And with Halloween coming up tomorrow, we do have rain chances in the forecast. I'll have the details in just a few minutes.